Please forgive my sudden appearance. I don't mean to frighten you. My name is Leknaat. I am the guardian of the true runes. Some call me the executor of balance. Embedded in your left hand is one of the true runes. That particular one is called the Rune of Punishment. It is this rune that governs atonement and forgiveness. As the rune's power is used, its dreadful spell will consume its master's life, little by little. But, no matter how harsh the journey, you must remember that there are no trials that you cannot overcome. Friends will help you along the way. Surround yourself with strength, the strength of many. Remember, I shall be monitoring the rune for a while, and more importantly, the way that you use it.
Now, in all honesty, I have just been assigned here, and I'm not entirely familiar with the situation at hand. Nevertheless, please begin.
If I may, it is the light that was seen earlier that concerns us. It has not been seen around Razro since then.
In other words, this proves that this light has nothing to do with the land of Razro, correct?
But Sir Cray, I remember you saying...
Don't be hasty, Governor. I am saying that this light is something that shifts. Please humor me for now.
I beg your pardon, Sir Cray, but your story, I cannot help but think it sounds like a work of fiction.
This is coming from one who is known as the Child of the Sea God. Sorry for being so outlandish.
If you would please stop calling me that.
Troy, just let it go. There is no need to be so sensitive. I know the achievements of each of your fleets, as does Sir Cray.
Yes. Without you, we would be unable to fulfill the Governor's plans for the southern expansion. In any case, I was told one of my men had a report for us. Ramada?
Pardon me, but I have brought with me a man who claims the possibility that the object in question has moved on from Razoril.
Ah, bring him in.
As you wish. You may enter.
Now that we've gotten this far, we should be safe. He won't come in here. Everyone, thank you for your hard work.
Rakuji, who are these people?
Visitors. They have a permit, just like they're supposed to.
A permit? Does that mean you have been instructed by His Majesty himself?
Yes, he told us to come here.
You have heard, then, that the rune, which had once been enshrined in this very place, is no longer here. In a distant past, the rune became all-consuming to the lives of those who were unfortunate enough to bear it. It gradually passed from master to master. And once everyone else around had died, it is believed that the sole survivor breathed his last sitting under this very tree. The cycle of tragedy apparently ended when he was turned to stone, and its powers were set free in this place. No, it cannot be. On your left hand? You have it? How? The Rune of Punishment, which was once here? You do not need to hide it. That aura about you is the same as that of my late husband.
Mom, Dad's alive. I just know it.
Rakuji, you're such a thoughtful child. It was 3 years ago. My husband was traveling out at sea when he had an unfortunate accident. Someone there possessed the Rune of Punishment. Its host died in the accident, and the rune came to rest upon my husband, who had survived. Later that night, my husband disappeared. Why did he disappear, you ask? We searched in vain for the reason. Ultimately, our path led us here.
Mom?
I knew, of course, there's no chance that he would have survived for 3 years with the Rune of Punishment.
You said the rune consumes its master's life?
Yes, I must accept it. The fact that the rune is here now means that my husband is dead.